everybody. We are back with our PHLY Flyers podcast here at the Flyers Charities Carnival. And with us, we have Cindy Stutman, the Senior Vice President, Community Relations and Executive Director of Flyers Charities. Cindy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So I guess to kick things off, obviously this is an amazing event. It's been going on for years. The place is packed. Got Felix Sandstrom back here playing cornhole. There's just so much going on. As someone who's very much, in the weeds of putting this together, how much work is it to put together an event like this?
I don't even know if we have time to talk through it all. So we start planning it literally after it's over.
Yeah.
So the 2023 Carnival ends, we start thinking about this year. And leading up to, the few months before, it's really like hot and heavy, like in the details and stuff. And our team is so fantastic. Julia Doherty and Christine Sibley and Ryan Hemsley and Flyers Charities, they got here at the end of the Sixers game last night and have been here and working ever since. So it's a labor of love, but it's a long, long labor. And it's a ton of work that goes into it. And to have this many people here to enjoy it makes it all worth it, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, it must feel great just kind of walking around the concourse and seeing just how packed it is in here, like literally packed in here when you're walking through the concourse. It's incredible the turnout today.
Yeah, and we talk to people, on the concourse, and they're here with it's grandparents and parents and kids, across generations, and this event is part of people's family, which is really cool. They've been coming for so many years. This is the 45th time we've done this, so it's been through the generations, which is pretty cool.
Just with regards to the new leadership group here with the Flyers, you have Dan Hilferty now running Comcast Spectacor. Keith Jones is the president of hockey operations, and while he's more on the hockey side, I'm sure you know Jonesy. He likes to have his hand in everything. What's it been like working with them and setting this carnival up?
I mean, it's awesome. You look at Jonesy and Danny, who have been here for many, many years, and we're at this event as players, so they get it, right?
Yeah.
They know not only is it a great one-day event, it's a great fundraiser, it's really part of the fabric of this team. And it's who we are as the Flyers and one of our greatest traditions, so they get it. And when Dan came in, like right away, last year he was here, I think, a couple weeks, and he came to the carnival, and he was just like, this is the greatest thing ever. So they're super supportive. They understand how important this is to the players, the staff, the community, the fans, and all the good it does too. So they've been really great partners and supporters.
So this year it seems like I'm kind of noticing that the players are a little bit more hands-on involved than we've seen over the last couple of years, and this is how it used to be in the past. I used to come all the time when I was a kid. But was that kind of like something new? Is there anything else new that you guys implemented this year that you thought was kind of like a cool idea?
So I think there's some new games. The locker room tour is new because the locker room is new.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is so super cool that even if you've done the locker room a million times, you won't recognize it.
Right, yeah.
Recognize it this year. There's some games down there that are free. We put the players in some new and interesting places. Dan and Jonesy are about to start their own meet and greet for the first time.
Oh, how about that?
So we try to keep it new, try to bring back the things that we know people love too.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it, such great tradition.
So obviously this is all for Flyers Charities, and Flyers Charities is doing things all over the city, all over the area, really. But I definitely wanted to chat with you on the new initiatives that you guys are focused on. Obviously, the money you guys raise at this event are going to go to a lot of different things, but anything in particular that you guys are excited about that a lot of this is going to be supporting?
So everything we do at Flyers Charities really is focused on two main areas, right? Supporting local families impacted by cancer and growing the game of hockey. So right now we are in the middle of the construction of a rink we're trying to rehab that we will announce really soon and show the finishing touches of. And it's going to sort of literally change the game for people in a community to be able to have their rec leagues and
that's awesome.
all their different hockey leagues, which will be awesome. So that'll be in the next few weeks. We'll announce that. And we have some great partners in the cancer space this year, too. We're working with an organization called Ryan's Case for Smiles. And they were just here a few weeks ago, and all the Flyers' wives were all here, and we sewed pillowcases for kids in the hospital with cancer. So they have something personal. It feels like a little bit of home, not such a sterile environment. So we had Flyers patterns and fun, other kinds of real colorful patterns. And we're going to host a sibling workshop with them in April too. So it's a day where the siblings of children battling cancer will come in, and they'll be able to get some resources that help them and pay attention to their role in this process, because really a whole family is impacted.
Wow.
They'll come to the game, get some great gifts, and it's an organization we're thrilled to work with. So there's a lot of different organizations locally we're supporting, and it starts with a lot of the money raised today.
That's neat. So if people want to get involved in Flyers Charities outside of coming to events like this, what can fans of the team do if they want to try to support the initiatives?
I'm so glad you asked. So right now there's 2 different auctions live on FlyersCharities.com. One is with our partner Toyota for a car. And
Nice.
the other one is, upwards of 100 items, all the different players' favorite things, baskets, different autographed St. Patrick's Day jerseys, a lot of really cool, interesting things that all of that benefits Flyers Charities as well. Anytime you're here at a game, you play the 50-50. That's sort of the most regular way to do it.
Yeah.
You can always buy your ticket for a chance to win. And we do auctions and things all the time, and our other special events during the year, so the Gritty 5K, the Flyers Charities Casino Night, of course the alumni game we just did with the alumni. So we're always finding ways to raise money so we can give it back.
With regards to the players, you mentioned their participation. We talked about that. Do you get the sense that that this particular group of Flyers is very much on board, with this event and wanting to interact with the fans and be part of this?
Yeah, 100%. Not even just about this event today. This group all year, whenever we've had any kind of community event come up, we're turning guys away. We're full. So we were just last week at Ronald McDonald House with Owen Tippett and Scott Lawton and Ryan Paling. We've been to CHOP, St. Chris's. We've been sort of all over this year, and we have never had a shortage of hands raised.
That's
it's
awesome.
a really good group. And I think if you walk the concourse here, you'll see there's some big signage that has pictures throughout the year of all the different community appearances they've done.
That's awesome. I think one of the coolest things about Flyers Charities is that not only are you doing these kinds of things that are helping the community, but the way that you do it allows fans, I feel like, to feel like they're part of the process. Like you mentioned things like the 50-50, that's such a simple thing, but it allows you to know you're a fan, you're here at the game, but also you're contributing to this thing that we all love so much. And it really allows, us to kind of feel like a part of it. And I'm assuming that's a very conscious thing for you guys.
Yeah, the fans are the biggest part of it. Without them, none of the rest of the engine goes, right? So,
yeah.
we at Flyers Charities, we're really stewards of the brand and making the decisions and, pushing the actions forward, but it doesn't happen without all of the great fundraising efforts of Flyers fans and whatever we put out there.
Well, Cindy, thanks so much for for taking the time and joining. I'm sure you have so much to do given the event. At this point, is this just the fruits of your labor, or are you still running around putting out fires?
A little bit of both.
I hope at some point you get to just kick your feet up and enjoy.
It's running now, so it's little things here and there, but it's going really, really well.
It really is. I've done a couple of loops, and it's just outstanding. The vibes are immaculate. Yeah, so great job. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Definitely. Thanks so much, Cindy, and have a great rest of the day.
Thanks.
We all silly like the mayor.